In this episode, Toby Philpott, aka Jabba's left-hand man, head and tongue,
that's my right hand,
explains how he went from being a travelling juggler to Star Wars puppeteer, helping to bring the iconic Hutt to life in Return of the Jedi. And he also gives his critique of Jabs getting the CGI treatment.
I was just appalled at the way Jabba looked in there.
Yeah, he's not a fan. This is the Star Wars interview series with me, Jamie Stangroom, that celebrates the unsung and some well-sung heroes from that galaxy far, far away. How did you go from being a juggler, travelling juggler, to eventually working on a blockbuster film like Star Wars?
I was always learning new things. And I had a mime teacher who told me that the Muppets needed some people to do big body puppets. And he figured I could do it. You know, mask work, mime work, it all was the same. And I auditioned for Dark Crystal and got it, which led to working on Star Wars, because that was the next film into the same studio. It turned out to be Jabba. You know, I didn't realise. I thought it was going to be another background creature. I had no idea we were going to be the star of the scene. But there you go.
Jabba was not a one-man hut to bring to life. There was a number of you inside Jabba, wasn't there?
Me and David Barclay are sitting shoulder to shoulder, and my left hand is working Jabba's left hand, and David's right hand is Jabba's right hand. And our inside hands have also got jobs. David is doing the mouth and all the dialogue in English on the set, and my inside hand is moving the head about and doing the tongue and so on. So that's just two of us initially to do the big movements. Now, the background of that is on a wide shot. He's also got a tail that moves. So we have a third person in there, Mike Edmonds, moving the tail around. And always we had one or two people outside with radio controls doing the eyes and various little details, you know, raising the eyebrows and moving the face around. So an absolute minimum Jabba is at least 4 people. And sometimes there were 6 or 7. And we were throwing ourselves around inside there. You know, people would say, give us a big laugh. And we'd go, ho, ho, ho. And they go, it's not enough. So, because he was on springs and a turntable. So we'd be bouncing around inside, you know.
It sounds like a game of human Tetris happening within a hut there. I mean, what was it like being inside there for presumably long days? Was it physically challenging?
It was crowded. It did smell of glue and paint and all that. You know, he had only just been finished when we started shooting, but it wasn't that uncomfortable. And people always assume it was hot, for instance, but we were filming in January and February of the coldest year for 40 years. So we were just kind of comfortable.
Sounds quite nice. I like to think you were passing snacks to each other as well, you know, down to Mike in the tail.
We were cut off from the social life. So on a film set, normally you're hanging about, you've got makeup people to chat to or whatever. Well, we just had ourselves. David and I are quite good friends, and Mike is a very funny guy. Plus, we were on headsets so that we could talk to the radio control guys who were the builders, you know. So as a team, we would be on our own channel, and only if we needed to communicate with the set would we switch through to the main channel. Like if the director wanted to talk to us, he would mostly speak to us on the set, and we would answer as Jabba. So he would say, Jabba, I want you to look angry at this point and then look to the left and grab Bib Fortuna. He would just say it like that, not as a technical thing. It was our problem to work out how to do it. But he would talk to us like a real character and we'd go, OK, Mr. Markland, you know, and so on. So that keeps the illusion going for the actors and for the director and so on. It's a Muppet trick. You see, don't talk to the puppeteers, talk to the puppet.
Some call it a puppet trick, some call it a diva demand.
Yes.
Why do you think the character himself is so popular?
He's not evil like the Emperor or Darth Vader or whatever. He's bad, but he's bad the way gangsters are, you know, the way pirates are. He's got no morals. He's got no ethics at all. I mean, he kills people, you know, all that. If the good guys had more money, Jabba would work for the good guys. And he also looked like he's having a lot of fun, you know, unlike the other baddies who just seem to spend their whole day being sinister. And I think it's that mixture of a comedy villain that makes him so popular.
You talked about the collaboration, the teamwork involved with bringing such a big puppet character to life. You were a juggler, which is very much, you know, you on your own, one-man show. So there's that obvious difference there between being a juggler and working on Jabba. But are there any similarities at the same time?
Ambidexterity, needing to do different things with each hand. The original Jabba has 3 fingers like that. He's an alien. So we're doing that, you know, for handing the frog and hitting C-3PO and so on. So this hand is always acting, whereas my inside hand is moving the head about or doing the tongue or whatever. And it's so easy to put your attention in one and then the other one forgets what it's doing. So to be able to do both at the same time is a little bit of a trick. You slide into manifesting Jabba all in one go. He's not a set of parts. He's a full being, you know.
Now, because George Lucas's work is never really done, Jabba's full being became a number of CGI ones, and it's fair to say that Toby doesn't like them much, particularly this 1997 special edition version.
I was just appalled at the way Jabba looked in there. And yes, he could walk around, which was one of the things George missed with our Jabba. I quite like the fact that he's a great big slug and he doesn't go anywhere. People carry him around, you know. That didn't bother me, but then, you know, I didn't conceive him in the first place. So, yeah, I didn't like that. The Phantom Menace, the sculpt is much better. It actually looks like our Jabba, more or less. There is one thing I don't like about it, which is that they gave it a opposable thumb. So a Disney hand is 3 fingers and a thumb. You know, they never do 4 fingers because it's the bunch of bananas. But our Jabba is specifically 3-fingered and alien. And in Phantom Menace, you'll see that he can point, for instance, which we couldn't do. And it's a small detail, but it slightly humanizes him. But I mean, I understand these things happen. It would only bother me if they went back now and you know, painted over us.
So the special edition pretty much personally offended you, but the Phantom Menace was an improvement on that.
It was, but he doesn't look sweaty. He doesn't look dirty or disgusting. He doesn't look like he weighs very much. The point about our Jabba is he actually does weigh a ton, and he really is greasy and disgusting. And puppets have this life, you know, which is sort of special.
Would you like to do Jabba again, or would you be too expensive?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He was really fun to do.
Look out for a bonus clip from Toby where he admits to accidentally licking Carrie Fisher's face on set. Thank you for watching, and why not consider becoming a Patreon member for early access and extended cuts of videos like this one. Goodbye.